Welcome. I wonder what you make of this stunning announcement.
Well, it's good to see the president put country above personal interest. We are in a serious crisis concerning our democracy, and for an individual to have enough character to say, there's a better option here, I'm willing to step back to ensure this democracy survive, is something that is to be commended.
You know, in the NAACP statement that followed the announcement of Biden stepping down from seeking re-election, it stopped short of endorsing specifically Vice President Kamala Harris, saying, quote, "While today's news requires a discussion, we cannot be distracted. Our focus must remain on the policies that presidential candidates stand for, not their political performances or personalities," end quote. I do wonder, what policies do you think the vice president would need to get behind in order for your organization to endorse her?
Well, first of all, at the NAACP, we don't endorse candidates or political party. We focus on policy priorities. And so candidates who support the right of workers to collectively bargain, the ability of federal employees to have civil service protections, the need for more individuals to be provided student loan debt cancellations, the rights of citizens to have equal protection under the laws. Those are the things that we care about. Fortunately, the vice president, who is a member of the NAACP, also support those issues, but we don't zero in on individuals. We focus on public policy, and we're going to advocate for voters to focus on the things that would improve the quality of their life, stabilize this democracy, and grow opportunities for our young people.
You know, people are looking weeks away from the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. The last time it was in Chicago was at an era in our history that was particularly tumultuous, following assassinations, turmoil in the streets, Vietnam. You could just name what was going on, civil rights, a whole number of issues, and the laundry list could ensue right now. But I do look at this moment of history. How do you think Black voters should view where we are right now, where a major party may in fact end up nominating the first Black woman to be president?
I think African Americans need to focus on what would be in our long-term interest. I think 1968 is a great example for us to not forget. I think it was Jackie Robinson, who served as a member of the NAACP board at the time, who gave a warning that President Nixon would be devastating to the efforts that was achieved by African Americans at that time. And he was absolutely correct. You think about it, he was a Republican saying this individual will not stand up for the policy priorities that we had just achieved in terms of voting rights and the Fair Housing Act and civil rights. And he was absolutely right. And so we need to take a page out of that history and really zero in on what are the public policies that we are concerned about, and make sure Project 2025 don't eradicate all the gains we've made over the last 60 years.
Does that mean, since the focus from the NAACP is on the policy priorities above all else, if there were other candidates who sought to throw their name into the ring and become a potential nominee who had similar policy platforms that the NAACP aligned with, you'd be open to an open convention?
Well, we are open to whatever the process the political party decides to go through. And when the party process is over, we're looking at November. November is our goal. We are actively engaged in the formation of public policy that improve the quality of life for African Americans, not the partisan conversation that will bring forth the candidates. In this two-party systems, one political party has decided their candidate. We are waiting for the other political party to decide their candidate, and then from there we would evaluate what are the policy priorities that those candidates are evaluating. We can say that what we are hearing coming from the Heritage Foundation and Project 2025 is damning at best. And any candidate who support the policies that is coming out of that recommendations, that's what's concerning to us, because it will redefine the role of government, subvert democracy, and minimize the voices of so many Americans across the country.